My name is Miss Sabrina, and today I would love to show you the steps for how to wash the dishes by hand. Now, do you know what room we go into when we want to wash the dishes after eating a meal? Do we go into the bathroom, the living room, or the kitchen? Right, we go into the kitchen to do the dishes. Let's go do it together. The first step when we wash our dishes is to use a plug to plug one side of the sink. Next, you're going to turn on the water to fill the sink with hot water. Here you can see it's red on the left side where it gets hot, but be very careful and make sure the water's not too hot where it will burn you. Test it out to make sure the temperature is just right. Our next step is to add some dish soap. This is what my dish soap looks like. I'm going to open up the lid, turn the bottle upside down, and squirt some into the water. This will help our dishes get clean. Now I'm just going to make sure and let the water fill up to the top. When the sink is full, I'm going to turn off the water. Now, I want to make sure to scrape any food that's left in my dishes into the trash. Use one hand to hold the bowl or the dish or the plate, and use your other hand and some silverware to scoop it into the trash. Now my dishes are ready, and I'm going to place them into the soapy water. Be really careful with any dishes that are breakable, like glass or ceramic. Repeat this process with all of your dishes. Oh wait, anything that's really sharp, like knives or scissors, you don't want to put in the soapy water because you won't see it and you might hurt yourself. Next, grab a sponge or a dish brush and use that to clean your dishes. You're going to pull one dish out at a time and scrub each side of that dish, the top, the bottom, the inside, and the outside, making sure to get it nice and clean with the soap. After I've cleaned it, I'm going to carefully place it on the other side, the empty side of the sink. Then I'm going to repeat this with all of the dishes. Here you can watch me do it super fast. But remember to always be careful, especially with the dishes that could break. Clean the inside and the outside, the top and the bottom. Make sure you get lots of soap all over there and you scrub to help it get clean. With utensils or silverware, you want to make sure you clean the top really well. That's the part that goes into people's mouths. Got to make sure you get all the germs off. Do the same thing with plates. Clean the top and the bottom. Then carefully put it on the other side of the sink. Now I've finished all the dishes in the sink. I'm going to carefully grab any knives or sharp dishes. Make sure to keep that blade away from your body and carefully clean it. Make sure it gets really soapy. And you brush any of the food off. When you're done, carefully put it in the other side of the sink where you can see it and you know where it is. Next, we want to turn the water back on. This time, we're going to use the water to rinse off all of that soap. Rinse the top and the bottom and the sides until you see that all the soap is gone. Then place the dish on a drying rack or towel. Repeat this process by rinsing all of the dishes and placing them on the drying rack. You want to place bowls and cups facing down so that way they're able to dry and no water gets stuck inside. Do this with each one of your dishes. Remember to place bowls upside down. There's that knife. Remember to be very careful with those sharp objects. I'm going to rinse it and make sure the sharp blade is pointing down and away from me. That way it keeps me safe. Now we're almost done. Turn off the water and unplug the sink. Reach your hand down into the water and grab the plug that you put in at the beginning. This will make all the water empty from that sink. Next, we want to clean any sponges or brushes that we used. Rinse them with some more hot water. Then make sure you tap them or wring them out, and then place them in a dry place so that they can fully dry. You might have something that looks like this that holds your brushes or your sponges to help them dry. If you have a sponge, wring it out just like this to make sure all the soap gets out of it, and then wring it again when the water's off, and then place it to dry. Last, we're going to rinse any leftover bubbles or soap or food from the sink. We want to leave it looking nice and clean. Turn off the water, and your last step is to use a rag or a paper towel to wipe down the countertops so there's no water left on there. Again, we want to leave it looking nice and clean. Good job.
Thank you so much for following along with me today as we learn the steps for how to wash the dishes. Now it's your turn to try at home or at school. If you need some extra help, check the description below for a step-by-step guide on how to do it at home. Thanks for watching.